The final years and death of Sultan Mehmed II. Growing challenges in later years. In the final decade of his reign 1471 to 1481, Sultan Mehmed II faced several internal and external pressures. While he had expanded the empire impressively, governing it became increasingly complex. The Janissaries, once fully loyal, began growing in power and influence, occasionally questioning orders. Religious scholars and the ulama sometimes clashed with Mehmed's policies, especially over the Kanun laws that supplemented Sharia. Minor revolts began to rise in provinces, testing the central authority. Despite all this, Mehmed continued to work tirelessly. He pushed for further expansion into Italy, even planning a full-scale invasion of Rome to liberate the city from papal rule and complete his Islamic version of a Roman Empire. He also dreamed of moving deeper into Hungary and the Crimean Peninsula. But age and stress were catching up with him. The mysterious final campaign. In April 1481, Mehmed set out from Istanbul with a large army. No one was told the destination. Historians and scholars have long speculated about this final military mission. Theories on his final campaign. 1. Campaign to Italy. Some believe he was finally ready to launch the long-planned invasion of southern Italy, especially Naples or Rome. 2. Crushing Bayezid's uprising. Others claim the army was headed east, to confront his son Bayezid, who was gaining support and refusing central orders. 3. Byzantine remnants or crusader movements. Another theory is that Mehmed was reacting to a secret alliance between Balkan nobles and remnants of Christian powers. The truth remains unclear, because Mehmed never made it. The death of a conqueror. On May 3, 1481, Sultan Mehmed II died suddenly at the military camp near Gebze. He was only 49 years old. The official cause was illness, possibly gout, heart failure, or digestive complications. However, rumors of poisoning spread quickly. Some believed he was poisoned by agents of the Venetians or internal court rivals who feared his next conquest. Another theory points to his own physician, Yaqub Pasha, acting under political pressure. His death was kept secret for several days to prevent chaos. The empire without its conqueror. When news of Mehmed's death finally reached Istanbul, panic erupted. Citizens feared an invasion or rebellion in the power vacuum. The Janissaries mutinied, demanding increased pay and support for their preferred successor. A bloody power struggle broke out between his two sons, Bayezid and Kem Sultan. The succession crisis. Kem Sultan versus Bayezid II. Bayezid was governor of Sivas and quickly moved to claim the throne. Kem Sultan, the younger and more charismatic brother, controlled Anatolia and also claimed the Sultanate. A brief but intense civil war broke out. Bayezid emerged victorious, but Kem fled and sought refuge with European rulers, including the Knights of Rhodes and eventually the papacy in Rome. This began a diplomatic chess game that lasted for years. Europe used Kem as leverage against the Ottomans. Kem Sultan's tragedy. Kem remained in exile for over 13 years, never able to return to his homeland. He died in 1495 under mysterious conditions, likely poisoned. His tragic fate became the subject of poems, plays, and romantic legends. The enduring legacy of Mehmed II. A visionary leader. Mehmed II's achievements were not merely military. He reshaped the Ottoman identity, transforming it from a frontier sultanate into a true empire. He cultivated multi-ethnic and multi-religious policies that became the backbone of Ottoman governance for centuries. His blending of Eastern and Western knowledge shaped science, architecture, and education in the empire. The father of Istanbul. Mehmed is often referred to as the founder of modern Istanbul. He invested in rebuilding, repopulating, and developing the city into a capital rivaling any in Europe or Asia. Under his leadership, Istanbul became a cultural and economic powerhouse. Legacy and military strategy. His use of gunpowder artillery, psychological warfare, and siege techniques made him one of the most innovative military minds of the 15th century. The siege of Constantinople is still studied in military academies worldwide. Remembered through the ages. Known in Turkish as Fatih Sultan Mehmed, the Conqueror, his name became synonymous with greatness. Countless mosques, schools, bridges, and institutions bear his name today. His portrait, painted by Gentile Bellini, remains a powerful symbol of East-West dialogue. What if Mehmed had lived longer? Historians often wonder what might have happened if Sultan Mehmed had lived just a few more years. Would he have captured Rome, shifting the religious balance of Europe? Could the Ottoman Empire have stretched to the heart of Europe? Would the Renaissance and Reformation have taken different forms, influenced by a closer Islamic presence in Western Europe? His early death at 49 leaves many of these questions unanswered. Closing reflection. Sultan Mehmed II was more than a conqueror, he was a visionary builder, a keen strategist, a scholarly sultan who read Aristotle and Plato, a ruler of immense ambition, tempered by pragmatism and intelligence. From a 12-year-old boy mocked by his own generals to the man who changed the course of world history, his life remains one of the most compelling sagas of the Islamic Golden Age and world history at large.